All right, welcome back, team. This is episode 14 of the Southend podcast. Today we thought we'd go into a little bit about our lives as a gym owner, what that looks like, and a little bit of an update on the gyms and what's been happening in Southend land. Firstly, we have a second gym. If you didn't already know, it's been how long now? 3 months?
Yeah, pretty much bang on 3 months.
Where are we at with it, mate? It's down in Shell Harbour, about an hour and a half south of our OG gym.
Yeah,
Maroubra.
it's growing nicely, mate. It's growing nicely. A lot of changes been happening. We started small and then we've made some bigger changes throughout. We just needed to get the gym looking basically like how we envisioned it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, which it does. It looks epic.
So we have our colours are like black and pink, so we tend to go for that. That's how our gym in Maroubra looks, and that's kind of what we were trying to do down here. And we had a bit of a job of just trying to, because it's all brick, so it's all brick down there, and we weren't allowed to paint with brick, so we've basically had to sheet the whole walls all the way around with ply and then paint it.
That seemed almost like a bit of an impossible task.
Yeah,
at the start, the building is done with brick that kind of looks the same color as this table.
Yeah,
which is very off-brand.
Yeah.
But it's important for it to look good. It's important to us anyway.
Yeah.
And when you said you wanted to sheet the whole thing, I was like, fuck, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. But
yeah. Well, shout out to Brad who helped us. Who done majority. So
yeah, you believed in it, and it looks sick. Looks really good.
It's good, yeah, because it was just I find the gym hard to look at. I gotta be honest. When we first got in there, like it had good bones and good potential there, but just how it was set up was just so frustrating. And every day I'd go in there, and it would just fucking piss me off every time I was in there. And then we got that first room looking good. Like we moved the rigs into the middle, which looked sick. We had got the Southend sign up. Managed to paint the with a ply, and because there was already some ply up on there, so we managed just to sort of continue that.
Yeah, it almost
make
had
a few
patchwork
changes, but then that room 2 was fucking so annoying. It just looked so scrappy in there, and it rather than that being like the shit room, we wanted to try and make it same level as room 1. And it's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. But it looks way cleaner in there.
Yeah, we just we were down there a couple of weekends ago because we had our Murph event, which is, for anyone that doesn't know, been living under a rock. We had our Sydney members, or some of them, come down, and our coaches from Sydney, we stayed down for the weekend, and we did Murph at the Shell Harbour gym, and it was epic.
Yeah, our first dual social, wasn't it? It was so good.
It was so good. And that was the first time I've seen the gym in person since it's pretty much completed with your upgrades, and couldn't be happier. So good.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's just like, and then things like a water bubbler. They didn't have a water bubbler in there, so you had to go to a tap, which wasn't cold filtered water, but also you had to walk through the kids' room, which was annoying. You know, kid can get out and escape into the wilderness.
Kids' rooms, high end, mate. It's massive.
Well, yeah,
I feel like it's bigger than my apartment.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. We changed the kids' room in the center of the fucking gym, which, like previously, which just took up, which was like you could see the kids, which was good, I guess, but it just took up so much room.
Yeah.
So we moved that into the office, which was previously an office, but we don't need a fucking office. We just,
make it happen. This is more important.
Yeah, 100%. And then we've just ordered a new sign, haven't we? Room 2, which I'm very excited about.
To be revealed.
Yeah, we've gone a little bit. Well, should we explain that a little bit?
Yeah, I guess so. We may as well. Well, in the first room, we have like this pretty much, but neon.
Yeah.
Second room, it's going to be... What's it going to be?
Yeah, well, we've gone a silverback gorilla, which sounds a little strong. And I guess it is strong. It is strong. But it's kind of something which me and Jack, we've always, I don't know, for ages now, always sent each other these silverback gorilla emoji on my iPhone.
Mm.
Um,
It accidentally became kind of our
and I don't know
identity
where
for
it came
things.
from really,
Don't know.
how it started. But it kind of we'd always send it when one of us has made like a tough decision or, but the right decision or, I know we've made big progressions in the gym,
Mm.
business, or whatever it is. We'd always kind of send that, and it's kind of built. Um, and I don't know
I
if
think
it,
it represents like it's like strength, but not
yeah,
but it's like respectful strength or something, or like leadership.
yeah. Rather than it just being a big, strong fucking gorilla,
Yeah,
it's more about its calmness, how it looks after the family, how it is respected and respectful.
yeah,
Um, and we always kind of loved, you know, sweeping the sheds, you know, All Blacks sort of sweeping the sheds, the more experienced, higher end athletes in the team still doing that. And we've
yeah,
always kind of liked that idea as well for us.
yeah,
And I kind of feel like Silverback's a little bit like that. You know, we'll get in, do the job, what's necessary isn't above that. And
yeah,
it's kind of like one of the members,
yeah,
one of the people. Um, but it, and we'll do anything at the same time to look after their members and also look after their family, basically.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It basically, yeah, you summarized it pretty well. And it's just it originally it was accidentally became our identity, and then I think we were on a business meeting call, group call that we have every week, and there was like a task to like go away for 5 minutes, and I think it was like
oh yeah,
come up with the identity
yeah,
of
team identity,
team
yeah,
identity, yeah, for us and our team and what represent us.
yeah,
We both sent it to each other, and it was exactly the same thing
yeah,
without talking about it before, which is obviously that's happened a few times, which is weird.
yeah,
But this was a good confirmation that the silverback represents that, I think.
yeah. Didn't want
Um,
to go for Avengers, mate,
no, I didn't want to do Avengers. Not really into
because we're
superhero
not
movies.
15 or
Yeah. Um, but anyway, that's the story behind what the second sign.
yeah. So we're gonna have a big pink gorilla in our second room, which I was speaking to one of the coaches there about it, and I was like, I actually don't mind if some people don't like it. Obviously, I want majority to like it, of course. And we'd know as soon as, as soon as it's up or as soon as it comes through and I open it, I think we'd know. But I want it to like when we put the other one up on the wall, I was a bit nervous about that one, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
that's a pretty safe
you
one.
go pink, you always run that risk of it just looking a bit tacky or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we put it up and then we put it on and I walked away and then just turned and looked and I was just like, oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you just know. So I'm hoping I'm going to feel like that.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario, we just don't put it up and we've just wasted fucking that money.
A good chunk of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bit about the facility. Obviously that is a decorative piece, but it fits into how we want people to feel when they come into the gym. It's not just about the functional upgrades that we've done, like the water bubbler, the kids area, the rigs, more equipment, all that stuff. It's about how a feeling when you come in the gym and you're part of this. So that's,
you know what, like I've been looking, obviously since I was doing this second gym, and I don't think I really realized it until we've kind of taken this second gym. But when I look at all the other gyms, not all of them, but a lot I see on social media, and I'm not in them, obviously, I'm just seeing them on social media. But that is mainly where your leads are going to come through is social media.
exactly.
So how you are perceived on social media, and then once they come into that's what's going to get them into the facility. And then when they're in the facility, then it's down for it to not be fucking lies. You know what I mean? And to be actually a good,
wasn't
good
a
product.
filter.
But I very rarely see gyms where I'm like, they've thought about that
Right.
with how it looks.
Yeah.
Usually, especially particularly in CrossFit, I'm not talking about a lot of the more high end gyms where they got a lot more money, but it's just rigs up and there's a weird color on the wall and just like that's there, that's there.
A rogue flag or whatever.
Where there's just yeah, there doesn't seem to be any sense to what they've tried to create there. And
Yeah.
like, we haven't tried to do anything special. We're just fucking black walls and a pink line, but at least it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, and it's part of our brand, right? It our brand isn't our brand looks a certain way, and that's why it's recognizable. We have certain colors and fonts.
Yeah.
It's about getting that continuity between, like you said, the socials into the space, and it develops part of that overall
Well,
feeling.
what I'd hope people would see is that, one, it looks cool and looks slick, but two, they seem to know they've got a plan, or they seem to know a bit like what they're doing. Because if a gym looks like shit, previously the gym looked like shit, and it was run like shit. If it looked amazing, it still might be run like shit, but like the chances are it's probably being run pretty well. Because if you put that much attention and that much detail, and also you have to keep progressing it, right? Like how it's going to look now, it's going to be like the bones that look the same, but there's going to be like added details. And like we want to put a sled track in, and that would be black with pink Southend through the middle as well, which would be sick. We want to sort the ropes out as well at some point.
Yeah,
you know, it's going to keep progressing. Whereas when gyms look the same for like years, it's a worrying sign. It's a red flag.
Yeah. You always have to be working on it. Has that had a knock-on effect on the members, would you say, in terms of growth? Have you added any members since we took over?
Well, nothing really happened to the gym for like 3-4 years previously. So, like, just having some disinfectant wipes on the wall, the members were impressive. But
I think we paid for that before we actually signed the contract.
Yeah, we did. Fuck, we paid
for
fucking heaps before it was ours. But membership growth. Yeah, I think when we took it, it's a bit of grey sort of time, because you know, when do members start coming in, and we weren't officially the owners, but I think we're around that sort of 80 member mark when we sort of took over.
Yeah.
And we've just hit 150 this week. So it's getting there. It still feels like there's just so much room.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It's how I wake
150,
up.
that's including coaches there.
Yeah.
So we got like 9 coaches.
Yeah.
So.
But you've added,
and then you got a few on hold.
70.
So say that's 142, and then for the coaches, and then you're gonna always have like 4 to 6 on hold.
You've added about 60 or 70 in 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. So if you say like 130, 136 active paying members,
it's just literally just beginning.
Just beginning. I feel like it's just getting itself out there, because people know we're there. Because all we want to do is create this gym environment where people feel like they're getting value every day, every week, every month, every year. They're a member with us.
Yeah.
And that progresses over time.
Yeah.
Like we were talking, weren't we? Like you sent me something, and it's so true that like one of the hardest things to do as a gym owner is someone joins, they have their most value when they first join, because everything's new. They're new coaching, new facility, new programming, new everything. And then over time, that value just decreases slowly. So what we're trying to do is just like increase the value. You're not going to, try to increase that value over time. So once they've been with us for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they still feel like they're getting the value of what they're paying.
Yeah.
Because if you think $78, which they pay in Maroubra, or $63 down in Shell Harbour, they're getting their full value from day one. But then when it's 2 years down the line, if you haven't added value, they feel like they're paying way too much for what they're getting. Yeah. And that's basically what happened in the previous space.
Yeah.
They just didn't feel like they were getting any value for their money. So you had people paying there like $35 a week.
Yeah.
But they thought that was okay because fucking gym was falling apart.
Yeah.
Whereas our goal is to keep adding so much value.
Yeah.
But once we do make price increases and stuff, which we naturally will have to because we're investing so much money into it and stuff, people are like, that's valid. We can see that.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're not going to be dicks. We're not going to put it up too much because you know, but like
But stuff
people
gets
can see it.
rent goes up by 25%
Fuck yeah.
soon, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, and it's something you can't value. You can't fake it. Like maybe you could fake it for a little bit, but the reason that people end up staying for years, like they have at Maroubra,
Yeah.
is because you can't fake it. You have to keep improving it, right?
Yeah.
They have to see progressions in their own training, progressions in the facility, engagement with the community constantly. It can't just be this dead thing. And just
Maroubra
hope
was
people,
actually a good example though, because like before you came on officially, there was this dead period for I don't know, about a year or so, and we were losing members because nothing was happening in the gym.
Mm,
And I didn't realize how bad it was really until I've come out of it. Not bad, but like looking back on it, I'm like, we didn't have anything fucking planned. There
mm,
wasn't really any improvements in the equipment, in the gym, in the programming. It was kind of just running. And when it
yeah,
just runs, you lose members.
yeah,
Like your churn will increase a lot.
yeah,
Um, and that was happening for that period of time. And we kind of used it as an excuse because, you know, like Daz was half 1 foot out, 1 foot in, and you were same really, 1 foot in.
yeah,
I mean, you were 2 feet in, but you weren't official. So
yeah.
you couldn't really,
Wasn't
you couldn't unleash, you know what I mean?
wasn't fully certain.
You were trying
yeah.
to do some things to the gym, but at the same time, you were getting paid $700 a week,
Yeah.
you know, plus coaching a lot. So it was just
Mm.
hard. But then once we got some steam up, once we got some like sort of consistency up, then it just started rolling, and didn't it?
Yeah.
Because the first few months, I feel like people were still a bit unsure about us together as like business partners. What's this going to be like? And we are just like, we don't give a fuck. We're just going to keep improving
Yeah.
until people can't fucking deny it.
Yeah.
That's what we want to get to. We're like undeniable,
Yeah.
but the gym's fucking legit.
Yeah. And that's why it's
So
fucking,
what can you say about the gym? Or tell me and I'll fucking change it.
yeah, that's one
You
big
know what
part
I mean?
too, right?
Yeah.
We think we're doing everything we can, and if we've missed any small detail,
Yeah.
we'll listen to it.
We're
and we'll
literally
do it.
getting to a point now where someone, like even a little fucking whisper or something,
Yeah.
I'm like, right, can I change?
Yeah.
Can we do that? And like,
What can we action?
you do that and move straight away, right?
What can we do? What can we action?
Like was there a bit of something like down the back where it was a bit messy or something up in Maroubra, and you were just like,
Yeah.
I'll get this sorted straight away. And
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But if you left that, kept leaving it, and then it starts spilling out onto the gym floor, and people are like, fuck.
People get frustrated, yeah.
The Maroubra gym's going downhill a little bit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why it's pumping.
Yeah,
Every
because you
class
just
is
keep trying
chockers.
to.
It's hard to get a spot in a class.
And that's only
sometimes.
small amount of value, right? You're just trying to keep the place tidy.
Yeah.
But people value that a lot,
Yeah.
a clean and tidy space.
Yeah.
Like we had it in Show Harbour, originally they didn't have a cleaner, so they were paying the coaches, which we all know that how that goes. Because getting me to try and clean, it's just not going to go very well. So we brought a cleaner in, and I heard some murmurings that they felt like the gym wasn't maybe not as clean as it could be. So we have a cleaner twice a week, and I've just asked her to come in 3 times now.
Yeah.
Which is more money, but that extra third session hopefully will. And then then we told all the members about it. So then they're like, oh, okay, they got a third session in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listened.
Rather than them just like talking about it for the
Yeah.
next 4 or 5 months. You know what I mean?
Being
And then
pissed
that
off about it.
builds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, the gym's great, but it can just be a bit dirty sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we struggled with that in Maroubra as well, didn't we, for a period of time now?
Yeah, it was one of the problems, but you just have to listen, right? And this is on top of like bringing the absolute minimum value in terms of like they're coming here to get a good training program and coaching, right? Like these are all things, extras that you need to be doing as well. But down there, yeah, it's obviously based off those numbers, it's had a good impact. And like we said, it's only the beginning. We have started some marketing down there because we're in a position now that we've been able to change it to a level. And like you said, it's only the beginning. Now it is Southend there now. We've put in the coaching, the program, the facility. Now we can start to push that beyond social media and word of mouth. which still continues obviously, but into some marketing. So just to spread the word, which we did the same process in Maruba at one stage as well, putting some ads out just to tell people like, look, we're here. This is what we're doing. Come try it. And that's obviously been a portion of that growth as well.
For sure.
So that
It's very difficult to grow without that.
yeah,
And that's what we've done for years up in Maruba, just trying to grow. And we were lucky, or we worked hard at delivering a good service. So it worked very, very slowly.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like we grew,
yeah,
but fuck me, it was so slow.
yeah, yeah. It's just, I think it's mostly just about letting people know, like,
Yeah.
like
Because you got a good product, right?
yeah,
Which so it's getting people in there and
yeah,
getting people to know that we're not just like a fucking random CrossFit gym which just chuck some hard workouts up on the
yeah,
fucking board. You know what
yeah,
I mean? But yeah, without advertisement, it would be a very like I said to you the other day, don't I? I was like, for us to hit our targets for July, gonna need the ads to keep pumping so we can get new people.
yeah,
I love putting new people into the gym as well because you just get these different personalities, different characters.
yeah,
And I love it when sometimes people are a bit shy to start with and then they start coming out their show and then it's like they're just their actual personality
yeah,
in the gym all the time. And it just adds a lot of life to
yeah.
the community.
Yeah, and because you know what the community is, you have faith in like who the people are
Yeah.
as people and the coaches, then that's an exciting thing for you to be able to be like, look, you're gonna love it in
What
there.
you don't want is like every time going on and it's like the same people booked in at 8:30.
Yeah.
Like that. It's not about them being booked in, but it's just
Yeah.
like the same 5 people
Only
being
them.
booked in
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah.
And I was in was it 8:30 or the midday the other day, and I was just like half a class were new, and I was like, oh, this is this. And but you still had the other people there,
Yeah.
but you had these new people in there, and you can just feel it just changes the dynamic
Yeah.
in a good way
Nice.
of a class, freshens it up every
Yeah.
time, right?
So with the second gym, we've shifted our roles a little bit. So previously you were doing the sales for Maruba and like all the membership stuff for that. And then once we got Shell Harbour, you were kind of doing both.
Yeah.
And now we deliberately decided to segment that.
Started getting messy a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's a little bit more because it just makes sense, right? Like me knowing the people that are coming in and out at Maruba and you knowing it at Shell Harbour. And then that's been a really positive thing. And we obviously compare notes. We have it on the same spreadsheet and know what's going on at all times. And then from there, our separate roles, I guess. I'm more on the digital side of things. So I do the social media, the digital marketing, so the ads that we were just talking about, and on that side of things. Whereas you tend to focus more on like the member communications across both gyms. You do like the accounts and stuff with our coaching and our accountant. And your responsibility with Sarah obviously is the programming delivery, I would say as well. And you also, because of the stage that Shell Harbour is at, you're in coaching still more as well.
Yeah, I'm coaching the Sava, yeah.
So that's a little bit of kind of the breakdown of where the roles are at. And I've just kind of come out of, because we've got a lot more coaches and we're at a different stage at Maruba. I just spent all of May not coaching. I think I maybe did a couple at the start of May, but pretty much that's a deliberate decision now to be able to focus on this development stuff and the digital side of things.
How's that been not coaching?
It's been good in terms of productivity, obviously. Like you get to actually have this more time to focus on the things that are moving forward. And it's also giving our coaches the chance to be what they're there for, like, which is coach, like giving them as much opportunity to grow as coaches and for them to be the people, like almost leaving it to the real experts.
Yeah.
Right. Because like we've talked about before, the owner shouldn't be the best coach. But it's also been a challenge for me because I miss that interaction with people. Like
You're still in the gym every day.
Yeah, I'm still in there training, of course, every day, and then but you miss that little touch of like helping people and that sort of side of things. That's something you have to let go and trust that responsibility with other people. But we kind of it was a natural progression that it made sense to make that call
Yeah.
to not coach, and it may not be for absolutely permanently, but for example, we discussed this yesterday. One of our coaches wasn't able to make their session the next morning. Something came up, and we had another bunch of the coaches that would usually be able to cover away. So obviously the automatic option, the easy option, I'll just go in and do the class, which I could have done. But as part of like this owner role, my decision was to find another solution, which I did in the end in about 20 minutes or so, the time it takes to find a cover, which also meant actually bringing on a coach that wasn't one of our permanent coaches, but someone that's developing as a coach, which is part of like trusting that person with the responsibility, making sure they're ready, but letting go some of that responsibility. So that took about 15 to 20 minutes to find the cover. And in that time, I also made 2 sales. So in that period, putting the work to the most important thing in terms of the gym's growth and performance, rather than me saying, I'll just do the class, which would be the easy option. But that also would have been 90 minutes of my work rather than the 20 minutes I spent on developing another coach, getting them ready, and also making sales, which are important to the gym's growth.
Yeah, for sure.
It was kind of just a metaphor. It was a solidification of like why we're going that direction.
Coaching sucks. Like, coaching does. I love coaching, but like, gosh, coaching sucks the energy out of you. Like, Thursdays I've been coaching in the mornings, right? So I do like the 5 and then till 10:30 or whatever, and then training somewhere either before like 4 or after. But I can tell my productivity on that day on the business, whether that's sales or whatever I need to do, is drastically reduced.
For sure.
Whereas if I'm not coaching, it's just like all my focus and all my energy is on what's the gym doing, where we're trying to go, what we're trying to work on, and that's why I was so excited for you to stop coaching, because you're like, you work so hard. I know if you're not coaching, you're just working on something.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just like, if we hadn't spoke for a bit or whatever, when I say a bit, I mean like 45 minutes or something, but and then you'll just come with me with something, you know?
Yeah.
I love it when you do that, because it's just like, oh yeah, he's been like thinking.
Yeah, you get that think space, don't you?
Yeah.
It's also, if you're coaching that, sorry, that 4 hours, for example, that you just said, that's 4 hours where you can't be reached, basically.
But you have a backlog of like messages, and I've only just realized that it's not kind of common. I mean, people who have small businesses, it is, but it's not common for your phone. Like, I literally went for a what do you call it? Float yesterday. Turned my phone on airplane mode for an hour, and I had like 8 messages.
Yeah.
When I turned it back on.
Yeah,
it's
you have to be available.
And you kind of forget about that.
Yeah.
And we are trying to put things in place to try and reduce that a little bit, I think, moving forward, because I'm not sure how sustainable that is.
It is a bit grindy. It is like there is a huge importance to being reachable by our members and potential members and by each other and our staff and all that sort of thing. And that's what we aim to do. We aim to get on top of everything as quickly as possible. But there is a grind to that really like puts you towards fatigue and burnout, for sure. Plus it takes away from business development tasks as well.
Well, and also another thing I was thinking about, because we've got 2 gyms, we're quite unusual in the fact that we got 2 gyms, but we don't have a gym manager. Whereas pretty much majority of companies who have 2 gyms will have a gym manager in place, because one person can't get across it. Because there's 2 of us, we've been doing that, which is good. but it's kind of delaying that next step for us.
Yeah.
I've kind of like realized,
Yeah.
you know, like that's our next big step
Yeah.
is bringing in someone to basically, you'll probably be taking Maruba off your hands. Not off your hands, but taking the
Some
sales,
of the things,
you
yeah.
know, day
Yeah,
to
it's
day sales. And then imagine then you're free from doing that.
yeah. It's just it's about like you have to do your time like same as doing the coaching. Like I
Yeah.
used to coach 15, 20 classes a week and then went to
Yeah.
slowly. It's about like you got to do the work, understand the role, and then figure out like where the choke point is with your time, offload that, move on, and build from there. And that's the only way you go up and up and up. You do have to take chances in terms of spending money, and we've done that all along the way.
Yeah.
But it's always worked out pretty much how it should because it's a calculated decision. But yeah, in terms of team development, that is what we're looking towards because we don't want to just be two small gyms. We want to be we want Southend to reach as many people as possible. And we believe that's how we do it. Our next, I was going to bring up our, we have offloaded some tasks to staff so far, and that's getting more and more. We've got some cool stuff coming up, but we are looking at getting an assistant, a virtual assistant, to offload some of these admin tasks, pure admin that don't really take any of our skill or knowledge of members or like member
Yeah.
needs. It's purely just admin. So that's going to be a big shift. We're looking at doing that sort of training very soon, hiring and training process.
It's something which if you said to me like, I don't know, not that long ago, probably 2-3 years ago, but you would have a VA assistant, I'd be like, no chance.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. Like I'm almost can't wait for us to
Yeah.
make that step now.
Yeah.
Because it's all these like shallow tasks every day, which can just fill your day.
Exactly.
Like then when we just before we came in, I got a membership hold just for like a week or something. And it's just like if that just went straight to a VA, they'd just do that. We'd still see it, but I wouldn't have to do it.
Yeah.
And that, it doesn't take that long.
No, we
jump
can.
on and do it.
We can do
but
it.
It's getting like 5 to 10 of them a day.
Yeah.
And if you let them build, and then you got this backlog, and it's just like it just sort of sits there. Doesn't it?
Yeah. It's not that we can't do
But
it.
it's not moving the gym forward.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's more that it's taking the time away to free up that
It's like
time.
coaching doesn't move. Coaching moves the gym forward if a level of coaching isn't good enough. But if a level of coaching, like you said, is high enough, then you coaching isn't moving the gym forward.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But then it's hiring the right staff.
Yeah.
Like we just brought on a coach in Shell Harbour, Charlotte Baldwin, and she's like amazing. She's extremely high level coach, amazing athlete, very likable, very good, understands that the affiliate and the gym is about beginners. And that's actually one of the most important things for people to sort of get their head around.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly.
we're very lucky to have her on board.
Yeah.
I was very excited when that happened.
But yeah, I said this to you the other day, building the team is something that I didn't anticipate as much before I was an owner, but it's something that feels like a really big responsibility, but a really cool one to be able to bring these people with us, our team. But it's not something that I thought about beforehand.
Yeah.
And like I said, I could coach. I have the ability to coach. I could fit it in. We could keep doing all these little admin tasks because we're able to, but what does that mean for longevity and growth of the gym?
Yeah, you could coach 20, 30 hours a week. I could coach 20, 30 hours a week, and we could pay ourselves probably almost double what we pay now.
Yeah.
But how long are we going to do that for?
Yeah, exactly.
And what's the growth of the gym going to look like over next year?
Yeah.
Probably not great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go down. We'll lose members for sure.
Yeah.
And that's not about our coaching particularly. It's just about that grind. Like
Yeah.
I hear owners who still coach. I know a few of them who still coach majority of the classes, and they're not coaching really.
Yeah.
Because you lose that passion. So you're just chatting to people,
Yeah.
which is dangerous as well because people are there to train, not just chat. And then organized people just get a workout in. But
Mm.
where's the passion and where's the drive? Got someone like
Yeah.
Charlotte who's doing 3 classes on a Monday and she's just there like trying to help every
Yeah.
single person in every moment of that class
Yeah.
rather than just like riding a class out basically.
Yeah. It is it is scary to do some of these things for sure. Like letting go of the
Yeah.
coaching hours. Like it's going to cost you money. Are they going to be able to do the right job? Obviously we're well past that in both gyms, but like we trust our coaches a lot, but it is scary to make these shifts. Same as the VA thing. It almost seems like we know it's going to take a lot of work to get a VA who we don't know yet
Yeah.
to get and surpass our level of attention and care to these tasks that we bring.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard job to train them.
But we're starting at like low
Yeah.
level, right?
Yeah. That investment in time and money is going to be worth it in the long run. But it could just be easy to be like, oh, I'll just fucking do it. Like, we'll just keep doing it.
Yeah.
That would be the easy decision.
Yeah. I think I'm at a point now where I'm like 9 years into owning a gym where I'm just like,
Yeah.
I need to stop putting memberships on hold.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to have a
Bigger fish to fry.
break from it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up what I wanted to go through. We probably didn't get through all of the life of a gym owner topics. Is there anything else you wanted to add? I think actually there's one thing. Our and it's kind of on the back of what we just talked about is our identity and mindset shifting. Like I know for myself, like taking away those coaching hours, for example, like worrying what people might think. Like people might think you're, I don't know, you don't care about the gym because you're not in there running the classes or something like that. And I don't know, the identity of being a CrossFit gym owner probably isn't what we've been doing now. Like we've developed to beyond that, I think. But that took something, you had to change our identity and mindset.
Yeah, that took
around
time
that.
for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely used to get that because I was down south and coming up and just doing maybe 3 classes a week or something.
Yeah.
People definitely used to think that. But I
Yeah.
was just sat on a beach for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not working.
Yeah.
So that was definitely something we had to work around.
Yeah.
And like communicate.
Yeah.
And things like this has helped heaps. Regular communication through Instagram and emails as well has helped heaps. And also just for progress of the gym.
Yeah.
Like people can't deny we're working hard on trying to keep the gym moving forward.
Like you said, undeniable, right?
Yeah.
But it does take a mindset shift, like taking yourself away from that small gym thing to, oh, this is actually a big business, big community. We've got a lot of opportunity to make an impact here.
Yeah.
Set your goals high.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely something we've been working on, something I struggled with, and I'm really trying to shift my mindset.
Yeah.
Like we talking about like how much money could we make? We always feel a bit awkward talking about that because it's like, oh, should we care? You know?
Yeah. That's basically it, I think.
Sweet. See you on the next one.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.